I fled from Rwanda, my country, due to assassination plan which was planned by the government of Rwanda.
At the heart of the British government's plans to offshore asylum seekers to Rwanda is the question of whether it's safe.
Rwanda is a safe country.
Rwanda is one of the safest countries in the world.
It is a welcoming country.
The Prime Minister's new bill declares it so. Human Rights Watch says not.
It is absolutely clear that Rwanda is not a safe country.
In 2017, a group of men led by a Rwandan intelligence officer came into Joseph Mazimpaka's home in Tanzania and bundled him into a car.
I was handcuffed. Yeah, after that they put me in the car. During that time, I had not any hope to be alive again. That's all.
A former trainer for the Rwandan military, he said he fled the country after refusing to fight with M23, a rebel force in Congo that Rwanda has been accused of backing. Before his kidnappers could take him across the border, they were intercepted by police officers.
Even if you are out of country, even if you are in Europe, even if you are in Africa, they follow you. The plot was organized by the government of Rwanda, and the chief of government is President Kagame. I know. Is that?
Often heralded as a visionary who led his country away from genocide and into economic growth, Paul Kagame's is a presidency also dogged by allegations of human rights violations and media suppression. In 2015, the Foreign Office said it was deeply concerned about violence against Rwandan opposition figures.
The UK puts human rights at the heart of what we do.
Andrew Mitchell, now Minister for Africa in the Foreign Office, said in 2015 that he'd even brought up extrajudicial killings with Kagame's government.
In all fairness to the Rwandans, it's important to say they made it clear that they had not been doing that, and they denied any specific allegations that were made of that type.
Did you believe them?
Well, I expressed the position of the British government, which is that such actions would be abhorrent, and we never condone or support extrajudicial killing of that type.
And while that referred to older reports, Human Rights Watch has identified 5 suspicious killings of high-profile Rwandan refugees since 2021. In Mozambique, former Army Lieutenant Revoca Karamangingo was shot dead in the street, and businessman Seleman Masia was stabbed to death. In South Africa, opposition leader Saif Bamporiki was shot dead in a township, and former soldier Theogen Bikorimana was shot and stabbed to death in a restaurant, his wife also attacked. In Uganda, former MP Emmanuel Munyaneza was found dead in his home.
So all of the men that were killed in 2021 in Eastern and Southern Africa were all either dissidents or opponents of Kagame and his government. We also know that each of them had in fact been threatened by and harassed by people associated with or acting for the government before their death. So we know that it's very, very clear, and it's very likely that their deaths were related to and associated with the government.
In Kenya, Mozambique, South Africa, Tanzania and Uganda, Human Rights Watch have also documented cases of kidnappings and assaults of Rwandan refugees. In Europe too, with reports of assaults in Belgium in 2019 and the Netherlands in 2015. Here in the UK, British police warned 3 people in 2011 that the Rwandan government posed an immediate threat to their lives.
Told me to change my routine.
One of them is Jonathan Musanera, a former army captain and military ally of Paul Kagame, who says he fled Rwanda after being tortured and was later paid a visit by British security forces.
MI5 came to my house. They started telling me, your life is in danger. I said, how? Your Rwandan president chased you to kill or to use any means to kill you.
The lawyer for the Home Office said
that the judiciary in Rwanda is independent, that the constitution enshrines that independence. You're laughing there. Tell me about why you disagree with him.
The institution is, in Rwanda, there's no institution. Institution is Kagame. Kagame is a psychopath. Is not the person to protect the refugees or to protect, he doesn't protect his people.
The Rwandan government told us Human Rights Watch wasn't credible in its reporting on Rwanda, whose administration focused relentlessly on reconciling Rwandans and improving their well-being. The UK government, regardless, pursues its bill, which reaches the Lords next week, its last hurdle in Parliament at least to declare Rwanda safe.
And that's that one responsible for Congo. I said, are these people in M23 Congolese or not? And he said to me, and there were other leaders in the meeting, that absolutely, these are Congolese. Then he came out to say that he has in fact even openly talked about it. I think when he was in the US or UK. So he was confirming that these are Congolese. I said, fine. So how do they become our problem? How do they become Rwanda's problem? They said they had wanted to solve the problem politically. They invited some of the leaders of this group, took them to Kinshasa, that they wanted to talk to them and resolve the problem. These people, the leaders of this group, went to Kinshasa. They are put in a hotel, spent 5 months without seeing anybody to talk to them until they left. Of course, they left heavy bills behind in the hotel.